You learn how to run your business by making mistakes, learning from them, and adapting. This is My Online Toolbox, providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing. It's now the end of the year, and what we're liking our clients to do is to take a moment to realize that the plan encompasses two aspects when it comes to your marketing. First, learning from the mistakes that you've made. Of course, you need to analyze them to know that they exist in the first place, and then making adjustments. This week's Quick Tip episode is all based on adjusting against the mistakes that you're making before we discuss amplifying the things that are working. In this particular case, what we've done in order to measure some of our mistakes, we run a Google Analytics report where using the entire year for this particular client. And what we see here is this is all of the different ways people are coming to his website, with almost 40%, 38% to be specific, that's coming organically or for free, and then approximately 36 to 37%, almost identical to the organic, is coming from some form of paid advertising, whether it's pay-per-click or from display ads. But after we take it to another level down, we found out that the paid search, that while from a percentage perspective equals the amount of activity that's coming in from organic, what we found is that the vast majority of paid access to the website is failing because the bounce rate is so high. The paid search is up at 70%, and the display ads are even at 85%. So what we guided our client to do is immediately simply stop paying. The money was basically being thrown out the window. The client has had a fantastic year, so we're not judging the client's success based on having a simple mistake in where we're going for paid advertising, but we did make a decision to immediately stop. And why? Because we were able to see that since the majority of the activity has been occurring where there's 2 or 3 main spikes of the year with activity, we could easily stop upwards towards the May-June timeframe and not worry about what the impact of paid advertising may or may not be making. But at the same time, since we clearly see that 75 to 80% of all activity that's paid for, the people come to the site and it's called a bounce or bounce rate, and they leave as fast as they've came, we don't care. So what we did was we said we see this as the weakest element of the marketing for this client. So to begin with, we're eliminating the worst variable, and then we're going to come back to discuss how to amplify what is working. So remember that when things go wrong, we understand in any business, especially when it comes to marketing, there will be things you try, there's things that you fail, there will be new things you try, and there will be certain items that you fail with, and then there's a success story. And that is the next segment that we'll talk about with amplifying the success. But right now, we want you to realize that even when you're having a great year, there are mistakes that we all make, including My Online Toolbox. And the key thing to learning how to run your business more effectively is to learn from those mistakes and make an adjustment. This is My Online Toolbox, providing weekly quick tips, and would ask you to please follow us on our My Online Toolbox Facebook page or on our My Online Toolbox YouTube channel. Have a healthy week, and never forget to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. We'll see you next week.